for the people who are not watching live. Today we're going to be talking about the story of Baba Yaga and how she can devour her victims. Or she's also known to be like a deity type or entity type thing. So some people see her as good. They ask for her for help, but usually she's known to destroy your life to give you a new one. Or if she doesn't like you, she eats you. Which is very, very interesting. Just give me about like 2 to 3 minutes if you're watching this not live, so I'm going to start waiting for people to get here. I do see I have a like. Who do I have here? Who do I have watching live right now? And thanks for the like, by the way. Also, if you can, hearting the video will help push it in the algorithm, so I really do appreciate any hearts. I'm gonna wait about like 1 more minute before I start the story of Baba Yaga. 1 to 2 minutes. See if we get any other people in. She's quite creepy though, Baba Yaga. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She is known to live in a house. Oh, Juan Cata. Oh, it's Juan. Hi, Juan. So you're saying, I am secretly watching vampires from the shadows. Mwahaha. Don't shoot animals around Baba Yaga or Yaga will claim vengeance even on continental grounds. Yeah. It's insane. Wait, secretly watching vampires from the shadows. Explain, Juan. I'm so curious. And also, I would appreciate if you could heart the live because it does help push it out. So, Baba Yaga's home. This is, I know you know Juan, but for the people who are not watching this live, she's known to live in a house with chicken legs, which is very interesting. The last one's about John Wick. Oh, who's John Wick? That sounds so familiar. John Wick. American media franchise. Oh, interesting. Oh, we have 18 of y'all. Welcome in. I was watching you till the Year of the Vampire. I did think maybe it was a reference. Thanks for hearts, you guys. I appreciate it. Gal says you're very pretty and God bless you. Thanks. God bless you too. Isabel says hi. Hi. Welcome in. And thanks for the comment. John Wick is awesome. Says hi, volume. I have not seen it yet. Hello from Orange County. Oh, wow, Mr. Senor. So, I thought it would be cool today to talk about Baba Yaga. There are many tales of this woman. Some people will say that she's good, supernatural being. It's basically from Slavic folklore. Gal says, what is your favorite movie? I don't have one, a scary movie. I just like anything that messes with your mind. It makes you question reality. I'm going to show you a picture of Baba Yaga. So there's reasons why people are innately scared of her. And there's reasons why people like her. I'm going to tell you a tale of her. This one, you can see that she has a child in her hand. She seems like she's going to devour her. High volumes of Slavic for boogeyman, Baba Yaga. Not necessarily, because some people will like, you know, she's like an ancient like being. So some people like try to pray to her or whatever and ask her for help, but she's known to destroy your life before giving you a new life. There you go. Here Juan Catalan says Baba Yaga is female cruel. Sometimes she's good and other times she's evil. Depends on her mood. Gal says, I used to do ghost adventures. Oh, awesome. I do ghost tours as one of my jobs. So, and thanks for the hearts, you guys. It does help push out my channel. If you like these type of content where we share different ideas and point of views and, you know, different things like that, it'd be cool. But I'm going to tell you a scary tale. And this is another thing. Like, I do believe that all these things exist, you know. I would never try to call out to her because, you know, she's known to destroy your life. And if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you, you know? And, you know, we're all powerful and whatnot. So, anyways. So this tale is, there are two characters, okay? We have Anya and we have Jeremy in this tale. Have on this very scary movie. I don't have one. Help, I can't fall asleep. What should I do? I'm sorry. I have school. I don't know how to help you there, pumpkin. Okay, so Baba Yaga says, so there's a tale. I'm gonna get into my spooky voice of Baba Yaga. I have 21 of you. This is a tale of Baba Yaga, the scary crone, that if she likes you, she might help you, but if she doesn't like you, she will devour you. Baba Yaga is known to have a house on chicken legs, and she tends to be an older woman like this. And this story is about Anya and her little brother Jeremy. So, Anya is about 18 years old, and she has a little brother that is only 12. Anya's mom died when she was very, very young, okay? Her dad is alive and he helps her. They live in a village, but her dad a lot of the times is working nights. He goes out hunting, do different things, so he's not always there. One time, Anya noticed that her brother was listening to the forest, and he kept telling her, Jeremy kept telling Anya that he kept hearing a flute in the forest, like music. And Anya said, beware of the forest. You don't want to go in the forest alone. And Jeremy said, I won't go. Little did Anya know that 3 nights later, Jeremy did go to the forest. Anya woke up around 3 a.m. and she noticed her brother wasn't there. And she was like, oh no, where's Jeremy? And she remembered that he would say that there was a flute, there was music coming from the forest, and it was calling out to him. So Anya decided to go into the forest and look for her brother Jeremy. The thing is that when she gets there, it's like the forest is alive. It's listening to Anya. She feels like the forest is watching her. The trees are creaking in. It's like the forest is vengeful. There's something that's wrong. So then Anya keeps going in the forest, and then far away she sees this house, and the house looks very peculiar. It has chicken legs, and she thinks, what is this? Oh no, it's Baba Yaga. And as soon as she sees this, the house turns around and the door creaks open. As the door creaks open, she sees Baba Yaga, and Baba Yaga is staring at her. And she says, hello, Anya, welcome. And Anya says, oh no, I know you have my brother. And Baba Yaga has a huge stew, and she's cooking in the stew. And she tells Anya, I do have your brother. You have, and she's like, I will not give him to you till you give me something worthy. So then Anya, remember her mom had passed away. So I forgot to tell you, her mom had given her like a silver comb, right? And then Anya that's the dearest thing to her. And she doesn't want to give it to Baba Yaga. So she thinks, well, I'll give her anything. Anya says, do you want some of my hair? And Baba Yaga says, it's worthless. Then Anya says, oh, okay, what about, she has some coins, golden coins. Do you want some of these coins? And Anya says, it's worthless. And then she remembered, the only thing that's worth anything to her is her mother's silver comb. comb. Baba Gaya seems to want something that is worth money. It's worth to Anya. Baba Gaya doesn't care about money. So Anya gives the silver comb of her mom. She's like, what about this? And her heart is aching and she doesn't want to give it. She doesn't want to give it. It's one of the last things her mom gave her before she passed away. And Baba Gaya says, yes, give me that and I will give you your brother. Then Anya heard her mom's voice. And as a little girl, Anya would sing, and her mom would tell her to sing and sing and tell her her singing is so powerful. So her mother whispered in her ear, and this is her mother's spirit. Sing, Anya, sing, and I will help you get your brother. So as she's holding the silver comb that's helping connect to her mom, Anya starts to sing, and she has her own power, and her mom is helping her, and Baba Gaya seems to be shadowed through her mom. She seems to be putting herself down, and her singing seems to be weakening Baba Gaya enough for her brother to run out. And then they ran back home through the forest. And as they were leaving, she's holding that comb in her hand, and she hears her mom says goodbye and to take care of her brother. So that's the story of Anya and Jeremy when they encountered Baba Gaya. Dun dun dun. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and catch up on the comments. So Isabel says same. I'm so sorry, you guys. You guys are having trouble sleeping. I would say, I don't know. Breath work. There's a breath work of, I forgot his name, but doing breath work online because they're so helpful. Glenn says, oh, you're so beautiful. Thanks. Mel says, hi, my name is Saul. I'm from Las Vegas. I hope you're healthy and safe wherever the world. God bless you. Same. Thank you. Pumpkin sends very. Isabel says, my mom is at work, just left work. Woke up, gone, so girl. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Juanca said, just calm your mind to help with sleep. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I'll just put music or like sleep hypnosis, like good ones, and they help you sleep. Giles says, do you believe in gnome-like creatures called Gypsy York? Ooh, what are Gypsy Yorks? I'm intrigued, Giles. Let's see. And also, you guys, if you guys like this type of content where we talk about different, lore, creepy things, whatever you believe in, and we're open-minded and we share ideas and experiences, make sure to like and subscribe because I do live often. Okay, let's see. Giles. Why did I write Giles? Gypsy York. Gypsy. And I appreciate the hearts on my videos because it does help push them in the algorithm. So if you guys can heart it, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Gypsy Yorks. Gypsy York. No, it's just gypsies that are coming up. Do you mean gypsies in New York? So Islam Elm says, my name is Islam Algeria, you're welcome. Man in Van says, good evening, Man in Van. Isabel says, look up Gypsy York. I did, and it's just like gypsies in New York. What is Gypsy York? Maybe I'm not saying that right. Isabel says, bye everyone, bye. Hi, Bonnie says, my goodness, this is intense. How to tell a story. You know how to tell a story. Yay, I'm glad. I felt like I was struggling a little bit because on TikTok, I was able to put actual like spooky music when I told it. Here you get demonetized for everything. So I have to find like, and that's an excuse because I could find like copyrighted music too. But I'm glad you liked it. I like telling spooky stories. It's fun. D Darko says hi. Islam says hi from... Islam says, so where are you from? I'm in Florida right now. Jim says, your eyes are beautiful. Thanks. Ooh, High Volume Cal says, I had a paranormal experience over the seas. Tell us your paranormal experience. It's weird. like a year ago, 2 years ago. By the way, there's a spider staring at me right now. It's just been living there. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. A year ago, 2 years ago, I did a video on like North Korea and how they tend to have like a lot of paranormal experiences. Us Americans can't really go there, but there's people who go who are like European that go. And there was this one Reddit encounter. By the way, those people are obviously, they live in a country that's suppressing them, which is really sad. Their whole situation, which I think cultivates for more negative entities and things to live there, that feed off of that negative energy. There's like this story of like these European people that went to North Korea and they had so many paranormal experiences, and it's just the scariest thing. They said that they took them, there's one that they took them to like a show, because when you go there, like everything is like you're watched 24/7. They tell you where to go, what to watch, and everything. And it was like a show which was, it was already uneasy because it was like kids with missiles in the back. It was so messed up. But they are there watching that show, and then they see like they see like there's some like regular North Koreans there, and they see in the corner there's like a guy, and his head is on his on his legs. He's like slumped over. He looked like he was dead. And the North Koreans had to act like they didn't see anything, and they were kind of like spooked. And the people who were there on the tour were like so spooked too. They were so scared, but they had to act like they didn't see it. They just didn't question it because you're in that country that's very suppressive. You can't say anything, right? And they said that the shoulders looked very unhuman like they were like broad and bizarre. Like it didn't look like human. It was just like slumped over. And then on top of that, they said it like in the hotel room, they kind of like they let them roam around a little bit, but they were still kind of locked up in the hotel room. And there's one room that like the numbers were off. So it's like, let's say it was 714, 715, 7X, right? And they were kind of curious. They stood by in front of the room, and they saw these like long white fingers just kind of like under the hotel room, slip under the doorway. So like, I don't know, it was so creepy. They were so freaked out. They ran back into their room, and they had said like, oh, it was like I got scared because I was like, oh my God, that person's trapped in there. I don't know if they're getting tortured or what. But when you keep reading the encounter, they were like, no, the fingernails under the hotel room door, they looked like, it was like the long white nails, they looked inhuman. Like it didn't look like human. They looked skeletal. But again, it's North Korea. They could be starving. But they're like, no. The fingers were super, super long. Like very long. Like very inhuman. Which freaked me out too. I had nightmares after reading that. And then what was it? They said that they were scared. They were like when you're scared like that, you exude like this negative energy, and things feed off of that. And they said they saw like a weird soldier on the outside, and the other soldiers encountered that soldier that was just marching outside their window, and the other soldiers ran away. So it was like scaring the North Koreans, and they had to act like they didn't see it. And then they said that in their hotel room in the middle of the night, they swear, because there was two guys, they swear that they saw the fingers going under their hotel room, and it was scaring them. Like there's something in the hallway, and they heard soldiers fighting and screaming at something in the hallway, and it was by their door. Like that was another night. And then the tour ended up moving them, and they have to act like they don't see or say anything because it's freaking North Korea. And for the people who just got here, these were Europeans that went there, because Americans can't really go there. They went there, and the tours are very monitored. But when you're there, it's like they have the craziest paranormal experiences. But it just scared me so much, because that country is like, it's so bizarre too. Like you don't know what's going on there. And I feel like there are dark entities everywhere, but they're probably around and a lot more common over there because there's so much negativity in the air. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts about it, but let me keep reading the comments and catch up on this. Luis says, hi Luis. Juan Catasa Melatonin are also here. helps. Yeah, I love melatonin. I don't take it often, just, when I really, really need to sleep. Islam says you have a pure soul. Oh, that's sweet. Juan Gatan said, oh yes, La Lechuza is effed up. In Florida, Native people have a vampire witch called Stinkini that becomes an owl. Ooh, that one's interesting. Instead of all the vampires that become bats, the lore is that it becomes an owl. Chloe says hi. Juan Catalan says Korea in general have weird experiences. That's why they have a lot of shamans. Yeah, I mean they also have this is South Korea, but they have the forest, the suicide forest, which is really sad. But I feel like that's part of their culture too, because they have such extreme culture in South Korea too. Not at North Korea. North Korea is insane. Those people are suppressed. But in South Korea, they work like crazy. They don't have enough time to enjoy their life. South Korea is more about working. But high volume say in Afghanistan, I was on watch in the army and it was at nighttime. I wore my night vision goggles and I saw a soldier walking towards me. It makes no sense because it's nighttime and everyone's sleeping. No one's supposed to be out, especially by themselves. I see this in my night vision, and as he got closer, he walked from my left to my right. The way he moved looked weird. As he walks by its Russian shoulder, who bloodied up all over. Quick history: Russia invaded Afghanistan in the 80s, and Russians fought there since. I saw a dead Russian soldier in my night vision. You know what? That's freaking insane. And you're not the first encounter that I've heard literally in Afghanistan. They'll see spirits through their night vision goggles. It's picking up things. So you saw dead Russian soldiers. That's freaking insane. I totally 100% believe you. Delula says hi. Juan Catalan says, high volume, there's another soldier who has a page called Wartime Stories, and he has similar experience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The night vision goggles, there's I forgot what country, I don't know if it was Afghanistan too or Vietnam, but there was a war where the night vision goggles were swapped because people were literally seeing monsters. That's different. They're straight up seeing monsters in them, and it was driving them insane. They were it was all the soldiers. It was they were seeing the other realm, Perry says hi Perry. High volume Cal says, yeah, mine weren't, it was monocle. And the other guy was in the tower, saw him too. So you guys were both looking through the night vision goggles and saw the spirit together in Afghanistan. That's insane. And that totally I totally believe you, honestly. High volume Cal says, but he didn't look at me, laugh out, it creeped me out. I couldn't hear the footsteps. Yeah, what would be weird if you're not really seeing a ghost, but maybe you're peering into the past, or into a alternate timeline, because time is an illusion, isn't it? Everything's going on at the same time. As a kid, this is so weird. I'm getting sidetracked a little bit, but as a kid, I used to stay in this really, really old family member's house, and it was in Puerto Rico, and this house was so old. I remember that it was on stilts, and the kitchen was cracking. There's a huge crack on the floor. It was literally falling apart. And I would go down to a bottom area, and I would as a child, I would just see people wearing Victorian clothes. Because remember, in Puerto Rico, the Spaniards conquered it. They would wear Victorian clothes. And I was a little girl. I was 5 or 6. I didn't know the history. And I would just watch them. And I remember seeing someone with a feather in their head. And they didn't see me. I would just watch them. It was I was peering into the past of what used to happen there, And it was a busy road. And this was back of the house. and it was like a busy road, and I would just watch them. They were like walking back and forth, just doing their own stuff. And I remember the only thing in that place that saw me was, it was not the Victorian people. It was like when I would look into the forest, it was like this thing with red eyes. It was watching me. And I felt like I was protected. I've always felt like God is protecting me in love and light. And I felt like I was protected. And I felt like that thing with the red eyes staring at me in the forest did not mean good to me, but it couldn't get close to me, which is really nice. Okay, so High Volume Cat says suicide force in Japan. Thoughts? I think oh, I said it wrong. It's not South Korea. It's Japan. I thought it was in, that forest was in South Korea. Japan also has that culture where people are so overworked, like crazy. And I think it stems from that. They're not getting like the human, you know, that's what I like about the South. Like everybody talks to each other, like I have random conversations with people everywhere, you know, like people just talk like, how's your day? Blah, 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 blah. You get close to people. I know my neighbors. I have all their phone numbers. We text each other. The guy over here is trying to do a fire pit, you know, there's a community. And I think that's very healing to the soul. And even though, like, also over there, they work so hard. It's all about working and then not creating that community. We're not meant to be working all the time. We're meant to live in communities where we help each other. You know, like maybe I can grow some vegetables and you grow that and we swap. Like I would love to live. And like I try to cultivate a community where I feel like I have family around. And I'm close to my family too, but like that really affects your psyche, and that's why they have these you know, I'm gonna stop saying the S word here because I don't want to, like, I'm not monetized yet on YouTube. I am kind of on TikTok, but not fully, just like I can receive tips on TikTok. But I don't want this to get like flagged, but the, you know, what is that, the unaliving, in Japan is high because I feel like it's hard for them to create that community and they're overworked. That's my opinion on that. But I do believe that that forest is definitely haunted with those spirits. They say that you can feel it, which is sad. So it's a cultural thing. We're humans. We're meant to have our tribes and have community, you know, and help each other. We're not meant to like be slaves basically and working all the time, you know. Oh my God, my cat keeps coming over here. Oh. Hey, Mayita, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Simba's over here sleeping. Mayita, it's a nena. It's a nena. She's a little baby. She's okay now. She's laying. She's a little baby. Okay, so, Alice's is love you, Jesus' name. I love that too. Thank you, Alice's. Roy says, how is it going? How is it? It's going well. And Alice says, hello. Hello. Islam says I liked. Juan says, to be fair, it's because Fidel was Santero and Palero. Oh, I'm not sure what you're referring to now. I'm sorry. High Volume says, there's high unaliving rate amongst preteens and teens because of society pressures. Yeah, that's true in Asian countries. Yeah, that's so sad. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like a cultural thing. Islam says, are you a member of Freemasonry? No, I am not. Or that's what they would say. Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm not. Seriously. What do? They do this. Huang Zha says, it's insane that you have to be careful with the words facepalm, welcome to the freeze. Yeah, I know, I get it. Yeah, it is insane. And it's like I'm still trying to like spread love and positivity, which is weird. I'm not like promoting it. There's a difference, you know. Hi, Bonnie says, cute cat. Yeah, she's laying on me now. She's a little baby. And the boy's over here. The boy. The kid. The girl's always moving a lot, and the boy is sleeping always. The boy is like Garfield, basically. Remember says, Anonymous, Japanese culture is about the community, so individual expression is suppressed, so it doesn't fit the modern culture. Yeah. I think there's like, it should be a balance because like, individualism is important too. Like, I've been able to cultivate a community, but we're all weird and different, you know. And I express myself. So a lot of, like, it's embarrassing, but a lot of people around me, they know that I do this, and that I do YouTube and whatnot. And that's Paulina. That's what she does. But guess what? I'm there for them. We're there for each other. We're still a community, but we're still individuals, and they like their own thing. Like, my neighbor over here, he's an older guy. He loves painting. He's in his garage. He opens up. He has his paint everywhere, and he has all his stuff, and there's paint everywhere, and he's happy, and he blasts his music. You know, like, it's still a community. You know, there's still individual. I think we should still embrace individualism, but also be there for each other. You know, a community is important, but not suppressing one or the other. It's like a balance is important. Ray says, do you have teeth behind your teeth? Do I have teeth behind my teeth? Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. That's the big question. Ivan said something in another language. I'm so sorry I don't speak that language. But hi. Islam says, I love, so I don't know. I have, this one's Maya, and then Simba is over there. So, let me go ahead. I'm so sorry, Maita. There we go. And again, for the people who like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I do live quite often where we share different ideas and experiences. We just had a guy that he was in Afghanistan, and through his binoculars, he saw someone, like a ghost, which was so interesting. And thanks for like, and his coworker saw it too, and I totally believe you. Like, it's been so many encounters. Juan Catan says, looks like YouTube is shadow banning my comments, and that's why you can't see them. Oh, that's sad. I like that. I'm sorry about that. Blue says, I also have 2 similar teeth as well. Oh, that's cool. Anna says, I see your comments, Juan. Well, the thing is, like, but what Wang has mentioned is, like, some of them will come through and some of them won't. I read the ones that come through. I read all the ones that come through. And then the ones that won't, which is weird. Let me see something. Dun, dun, dun. We're talking about, ow, Maya. Okay, you can go, but you don't have to scratch me on the way out. Okay, there you go, girly. Ugh. So, Huang says, and I said, to be fair, that's probably because Phil listens to I don't know what that means. Blue FX Real says, where are you from, girl? I'm originally from Puerto Rico, but now I live in Florida. Okay, so, oh no. I don't know the password to my iPad. It's an old iPad. You guys, my computer, is it's sad. I don't know why it got all black today, and it's not working. I think it's the screen. I think if I connect it to another screen, it'll work. So I have this really, really old iPad, and I was like, oh, I can get this to work. So now, but the password is all the way over there. It's like locked. But it's okay. I mean, I feel like if I have like a spare screen or something, it'll work. So I can make it work, which is nice. Huang says, how I give up. I'm sorry, Huang. Moha says, you have teeth like vampires. Sorry. Oh, maybe I am one. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Warzone says something about socks. Anna says, I see this, and the Fidel comment, Huang. Yeah, I feel like he's just getting, like, he'll get some of it out and not the whole thing, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't like that they do that. Freedom of speech is so important, you guys. So I think with that, since my iPad is locked, I'm going to end. Okay, it says, hi guys, I'm Martin from Poland. Well, maybe I can think of something cool. The thing is, I had my other ideas here, but my iPad is locked now. I don't know. Dun dun dun. Poland. Mr. Okay, uh do you have any spooky stories from Poland? Are too real though? Are they real? I don't know. But no, I think here I will end the live. I will see you guys next time. Bye.